had this conversation the other day that made me realize something as well. A lot of shows, a lot of games, a lot of media that I engage with or I see personally feels like it's been dumbed down. So a lot of these products have become basically dopamine hooks that lose a lot of the substance that makes them great. I feel like some games have an overly long tutorial, a lot of hand holding, and then the experience you get, you have to invest so much into before it becomes great, as opposed to other games where you just are let go, where you're just thrown into the world from the get-go. You're introduced to new things in the game. It's not fed to you in a very hand-holdy way. They're introduced quite organically, or as they come up and they're relevant, which makes it more immersive as an experience. I feel like that's one of the reasons why I enjoy games less now. It's just the fact that not all of them, but some of them do feel dumbed down, or some of them are just stripping back so much of what made them stand out in the first place. So one of the things I'm looking forward to is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and I think its remake was announced. The release date, I still don't know. Hopefully sometime soon, early 2026. And honestly, I'd be down to play that game again if they just refreshed the visuals, made it look more next gen, because I've played it twice and I've enjoyed it just as much each time. Because the game had identity, it had passion behind it, which I don't really feel with other games. For example, God of War, there's substance behind the game, and it's one of like the newer generation games, despite the fact that even the remakes, a couple years old now. It's like trying to find a diamond in the rough, and you have to go through a lot of the rough to find the diamonds. It's just this whole idea, I don't know what causes it. Is it just my attention span that's got lower and lower, so I can't engage with games as a media, because by the time that my attention span runs out, the actual game hasn't started yet? Or is it that there's too much fluff in there? There's the incentive for developers and publishers to pad the game more and more, so their games look more complete, but in fact are much more hollow than you'd first realize, which is something I've been thinking about more and more. I've been thinking of sort of dissecting a game that I find the prime example of this. I have a video idea coming up for a game that I put a lot of hours into, well, relative to how long I play games now, like 30 to 40 hours in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And the end of the game, I just felt like a slog. Like, I just wanted to know how the story ended, and I could not push myself to do it. But with Remake, like, a game came out a couple of years ago, it didn't feel that way. It didn't feel as bloated as it does now. And I feel like this whole padding issue is more of a... It's a very recent, like in the past 2-3 years, it's become more and more prominent, and more games are adopting the padding. And that's what I think's really keeping me away from playing games. I don't think I've changed. It's just the things that have changed create a greater barrier. So there's more chances for you to get bored, or more chances for you to disengage with the game because of the extra padding, because they want to add more content, but then more content isn't worth the trade-off of making the game less engaging. And that's why, like before, you didn't really hear every other game just flopping and then 50 YouTube videos complaining about, oh, this game's a failure, this game's garbage. Before, people just bought the game, and more often than not, they were happy, and that's me included as well. So yeah, that's something I'm thinking about. So if you relate, maybe consider subscribing. I'll be talking about more about these topics, just how I'm feeling in the moment. Nothing much special about it. There'll be an upcoming video later on with the Final Fantasy Rebirth deconstruction when I have more time. I'll be traveling for a bit, so I won't have my computer to do anything or do any recording. But yeah, besides that, catch you later some other time. Thanks for listening.